Hey there, Sagittarius, it's Sony. This is a general tarot card reading for the week of February 6th through February 12th, 2022. I'll be asking the cards about the focus of your energy, what's on your mind, what touches your heart, what you can accomplish, and what you should celebrate. I will also be pulling a couple of oracle cards to identify the overall vibe of the week and advice for how to have the best week possible. So I'll go ahead and start with pulling the oracle card about the overall vibe for your week of February 6th here, Sagittarius. And we have rebirth. Reinvent yourself. Give life to your dreams. Create a new reality. Inspiring. Okay, so I'm just gonna shuffle these a little bit. The rose petal kind of finish on it. The cards kind of stick together, so I've been putting a lot of extra time in shuffling these. So I'm going to pull 5 cards for you. You have Temperance, which is your card here, Sagittarius. 9 of Pentacles, the High Priestess, 2 of Pentacles, and 7 of Swords. So here, the bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Pentacles, which I take as the influencing energy or overall lesson of the reading. With an 8 of Pentacles, it's kind of you're an apprentice or crafting a skill to create something of value. This could also be with this rebirth card, reinventing yourself. It could be also working on yourself. So I'll go ahead and do some clarifications. With Temperance being the focus of your energy here, kind of suggest needing to be balanced, having patience, having a certain attention and intention to create something new. In the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith card, you see that there is these kind of cups that are exchanging this liquid, and it's not one cup straight over the other. It's at this particular angle that indicates there's a little bit more than gravity causing the liquid to swap the cups there. So with that, it's kind of also a sense of like magic, a sense of using will to create things that aren't really typical, that are kind of new and create a sense of awe. So perhaps this is in line with your rebirth. But let's clarify the Temperance card. You have the 6 of Swords, and you have the 2 of Pentacles. 6 of Swords kind of indicates that there is a transition, that you are currently between 2 shores and potentially healing. With the 2 of Pentacles, it could be that you are kind of juggling a lot of responsibilities. You have the ability to do it, and in keeping a sense of balance and having focus and attention to what you're doing and creating something new, that is the best approach here. So it seems that's where you're going to be focusing your energy. In terms of what is going to be on your mind, you have this Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles, it seems that you're going to be kind of thinking about your own independence, being able to create a sense of value, self-worth, and kind of being in a position where you don't really need to rely too much on others. So I'm going to go ahead and clarify that. We have the Seven of Swords. There's also the Seven of Swords in the spread already. And you have the Three of Cups. So the Seven of Swords kind of indicates typically like liar, stealer, cheater type of individual. It also can indicate a sense of like imposter syndrome. With the Three of Cups, it has to do with celebrating connections with others and relationships. When I see these two, the Seven of Swords and the Three of Cups together, it kind of suggests that perhaps in a social circle, a friend group, that there is something that's really not being addressed. Perhaps there was some kind of betrayal in the past that's not being discussed, or that there is kind of, it seems that someone's kind of left out in the cold in a group of friends or in a social group. So it looks like you'll be thinking about how you can be your own person, your own independent individual outside of these other kind of these other people. I'm going to go ahead and get one more card to clarify that. You have the Strength card. So with the Strength card, it indicates that with every person there is a light side and dark side with all sorts of characteristics on both of those sides. And really knowing when to tap into certain characteristics, and also to embrace all parts of you that you might not want to show to others. If there is like an imposter syndrome type of situation going on, kind of embracing that about yourself and acknowledging it, but also tapping into the more courageous side and being able to communicate with others. If it's not a betrayal, if it is an imposter syndrome type of situation, kind of having the self-love and self-care to recognize where you tend to feel insecure and just acknowledge it and kind of talk to that person that is the more social side of you and say, all right, let's go out there and make friends, or let's go out there and assert our sense of independence. So seems like that's a heavy kind of situation, but should work out well for you. With the High Priestess, this is the thing that will touch your heart. So it kind of suggests being balanced, similar to the Temperance card. Being balanced and recognizing that there are all aspects, kind of like the Strength card, there's all aspects of every situation, and being in touch with your intuition and having some like learned knowledge, perhaps, what is that called? Being streetwise and kind of following your gut to make the best decisions for you. But I will clarify this in terms of what it has to do with how it touches your heart. You have the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. So these are two knights. One is kind of a slow moving knight that's really more likes to plan, likes to have a good reputation, and wants to invest a lot of themselves into the future they're building. The Knight of Wands, a little bit more out there, follow their heart, follow their instincts, kind of flighty as well. So one's a little more slow and polished, and the other one's kind of flashy and in and out. So this could be, with the balance, I'm wondering if this is, I'm getting the sense it might be two individuals. I'm going to clarify this further, since this is the area of what touches your heart. You have the Eight of Pentacles again. So, I mean, with the Eight of Pentacles, this kind of saying it's more about what you're working towards. So it could be that you are, for some people, if you're kind of at a crossroads of should you take a more formal route of education or formal career versus like kind of stepping outside of the box and also pursuing what it is that like fulfills you. Right now, I would say that, you know, we're now in a day and age where there's not just one career for people. People are having multiple careers. I am probably living proof of that. I've worked in education, healthcare, banking, law, retail. So it's multiple paths that you can take. So, but with the High Priestess, it kind of indicates that you're intuitive. You really want to pursue something that speaks to you, and looks like you have some options, so that's good. In terms of what you can accomplish, you have the Two of Pentacles. So you have the Two of Pentacles over here as well. So what you can accomplish, it seems like you can accomplish a lot. You have the ability to juggle a lot of things. You can do, you know, either the formal or more of the feeling route. So I'm going to go ahead and clarify the Two of Pentacles here. You have the Justice card and the Five of Pentacles here. So with the Justice, it's basically kind of like a moral balance and being able to kind of rise above and have a reasoned like analysis, plus having a pure heart to make the best decisions, and that basically there will be truth, there will be fairness. With the Five of Pentacles, that kind of seems like a sense of loss. I'm not seeing too much of the other cards referencing a sense of financial situation, so it could be a perceived loss in terms of not being good enough, especially if you've got this imposter syndrome going on. But I'm going to go ahead and clarify this a little further. you have the Three of Wands, which is basically kind of is indicating to me that there's a path where you can have kind of success in a certain context, but that there is a route you could take where it's not so secure, and kind of you'll be able to kind of balance that out and pick the right path for you, especially with you being guided by the High Priestess, and you have the Justice card. One is kind of a balance in kind of intuitive knowledge, and the other is a balance in external knowledge and man-made laws type of thing. So in terms of what you should celebrate, you have the Seven of Swords. So we discussed that over here with the Nine of Pentacles, and I'm going to go ahead and just clarify that. You have the Emperor, and you have the Empress. So here, these kind of two kind of perfect couple energy here. The Emperor places boundaries and keeps order and sets rules, so that the Empress is able to create and nurture and basically be in touch with their surroundings. With the Seven of Swords there, it kind of indicates that rebirth that we pulled out earlier, which is that if this is like an imposter syndrome that you kind of have been dealing with, it seems that you'll be able to celebrate that it is now not an imposter syndrome, but actually a creative like plan of action where you get to, you can see there the Empress has a little baby bump. I don't know if you can see that there. And kind of have a rebirth where there's more security. You're feeling that you have more of authority to kind of be in the center of things and kind of have the confidence to do whatever it is that you want. I'm going to go ahead and clarify this further though. We have the Five of Cups. So in terms of what you should celebrate, the fact that you have the Seven of Swords and the Five of Cups indicates that you're going to be revisiting those feelings, but with the Emperor and the Empress, it kind of indicates you've got this perfect, masculine, feminine union of energy, and you'll be able to be more secure and be more in a position to create and have the kind of life and world and future that you want for yourself. It seems like you're going to have to put in the work to do this, but that you can have a good outcome. And the bottom of the clarifying deck here is the Ace of Swords, which indicates mental clarity, having a new idea, a new way of seeing things, truth prevailing type of thing, which kind of resonates with the Justice card as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a card to see what advice the is for you to have the best week possible. Okay, so Sagittarius, we have miracles. Expect the wondrous to emerge. So, this kind of indicates that there are a lot of potential experiences out there, a lot of good things that can come your way. And with this rebirth, says give life to your dreams. So it looks like there is some work that you're going to have to do, but that you have good intentions and good energy surrounding you, and that you will be able to kind of set some boundaries and be an active player in your life and your destiny. So I hope this gives you some helpful perspective, Sagittarius, and we'll see you next time. Take care.